And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Mincho Network. It is Thursday, the 16th of March, 2023. Making today another episode. I keep saying making today episode blah, and I keep forgetting which day it is. I believe it's 75. I think yesterday I did 74 days. If I was doing the 75 hard challenge, today I'd be crossing the finish line. But I'm not doing that. I'm just doing a normal record my voice every day and talk to a microphone. And yeah, as you can probably guess, not much happened today since the last time I spoke to you guys. What happened? I got up this morning and I started doing some things. Actually, I went to get on for an interview. I was meant to get on for like a Zoom interview. And I went to email. I accepted the invite to the email that I was sent, and then the email completely disappeared. It wasn't sitting in any of my thingos, and I was like, I don't know what's going on here. So I emailed the guy that sent it, and I said, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I actually don't have a link. Like, are you going to send one sooner or like closer to the time, or like what's going on here? And then I proceeded to sit here in this exact spot for an extra almost 45 minutes before I get a little ding and an email had come through. And it's 9:18 a.m., right? I'm meant to have this interview at 9 a.m., 9:18 a.m. And then it says that he had sent it at 8:36. But I didn't get it. I was sitting here. I was refreshing. I restarted my laptop. I was doing everything possible. And then it didn't pop up until 20 past 9 almost. And so I just emailed him back straight away. And I was like, yo, I have completely missed this because your email didn't come through till like right now. Is there any chance that we can reschedule? Yada, yada, yada. So that's happening tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 instead. But it was good because I was able to get other things done in terms of like the business. You need to do like pre-medical health checks, and you got to fill out all these details for the police check, and boring shit, you know. But if it gets me work and gets me income, that would also be cool, because that's probably the most important part, especially in this economy. Anyway, so that happened, and then I also have the trial shift tomorrow. Starting at like he said 10 o'clock, but I'll probably rock up at like 9:45. I don't know how long it's going to go. I don't think I'm doing a full day. I feel like it's a trial shift. So if you're not paying me, I'm not staying for any longer than 2-3 hours. Just to see how we go. And then if he says he's going to pay me, then I'll stay a little bit longer. But I need to leave so I can do that interview at 3:30. And then and then on Monday I got to go do that pre-health medical test thing. And I got another interview, actually. I got a call for another place, and they want to interview me on Tuesday at about 1 o'clock. And I think that would be really cool if I could get that, because it's like $85K, including super and all that. So it's probably like the take-home pay is probably like 75, but that's crazy money. That's different. That's like different to it's similar to what I was doing. So it's like, it's still customer service and it's still management, except my team would only be like 4 people. And I would have to like be walking around all day. So like, it's the same shit I was doing before, but I just don't have to deal with like product. I just have to deal with people. And I think that will make the job significantly easier. And I feel like, honestly, a little less boring, because you can engage with different people all day. And I think it's a step in the right direction in terms of what I want to do. Or at least it's a step in the right direction for making a bit of extra cash. And then, look at other options, explore other options. I need to make money, and I need to be able to study. So those are the two things that I'm focusing on primarily. And who's to say this job wouldn't, like, after I do the bookkeeping and accounting course, I could move into some sort of finance role within the same business or something like that. Who knows? I feel like it'd just be interesting. And I'm not going to just like sort of, what's the word? I'm not going to settle for the first thing that pops up. I'm gonna market myself and look around for the right thing that pops up. I don't want to just get into this trial shift that I'm doing tomorrow. I don't want to just get into this business because they're going to pay me. Unless they can pay me something like incredibly similar for easier work, I've got no, what's the word? I've got no desire to like settle for anything less than what I think I'm worth. And am I worth 85K? I don't know. Probably not. But in saying that, am I also capable of doing the job that is being described? Absolutely. So who knows? Let's just figure that out first. Let's see what the interview holds and how that all transpires and how everything sort of unfolds. I have other plans. I have other contingencies and stuff. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday. I don't want to mention it today in case I didn't mention it yesterday. Especially because I haven't like fully made my mind up. The same way that like I haven't made my mind up about becoming a legal wedding person. Although that would be a very fun job because you get paid like $500 to just legally marry people. And why wouldn't that just be, that would be so great. You just get to celebrate love. And you get like the easier part of the job too, because you just got to sign the documents and say some nice things. You don't have to like wedding plan or anything like that. You don't have to go crazy. You just wear whatever they want you to wear, and you just talk shit and you have a bit of fun. And then you're bada bing, bada boom, done. Like 30 minutes, an hour tops, and you're out of there. And obviously all the pre-planning and stuff, the time that you meet with them and whatnot. I did have an idea actually, and it's probably going to get stolen now that I'm mentioning it, but or maybe not. I had this idea that you become a wedding celebrant or marriage celebrant, and then you interview the couple separately. So you organize separate days or separate times on the same day to meet up with these people. You meet them together, and then you take them off separately for like 10 minutes at a time, and you just run through like an interview sheet in regards to like why you fell in love with this person. And then as like part of the package deal, you can just get like, you give them a little SD card or a little USB with like maybe USB with like your logo on it or something. That'd be cool. And it just says like on your first anniversary, right? So like, don't open this, don't listen to this until your first anniversary. And then you open it and you listen to it on that first anniversary, and it's like a recording for each of them from the other one that's like been spliced together. That's an interview from the person who married them, and like, how did you go? How did things turn out? Are they different? Are you where you want to be? Like that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not that deep, but like, why did you fall in love with this person? Why do you want to marry? What, like, tell me something specific about this person that you love. Like, just little things, the same sort of thing that you would expect when you are answering out those little questionnaires for like, for wedding celebrants to create like a little story so that they can like marry you. I don't know. That's what happened with us, at least. And with our friends that I did the MC gig for early in the year. But what happens is the wedding celebrant will ask you a series of questions or send you a questionnaire, and you'll just answer a series of questions. And with those questions, you are able to then... Oh, I'm sorry. Dang it, I thought I was going to make it through a whole thing without yawning. With those questions, they then turn around and they make like a little story. They set the day up, and they it's not just like, hey, here's these two people and they're getting married. Now you can kiss and you're married. It's more like, at least specifically with us, it was like, Maddie tells me that things she loves about Mitch the most are blah, blah, blah. And they met here and they did this together, and this is where they fell in love, and blah, blah, blah. And so I think it would be interesting to have like another questionnaire that you can do, that you can opt for as part of the package, or not even opt for. It's not an option. You have to do it because it's just part of how I operate. And then I will give you the questionnaire where I write the thing off, and then I actually ask you separate questions, and you can come back and revisit it on your first anniversary. And then and then I remember the date. So on the first anniversary, then as like with the business, you remember the date so that the next year you can email them a list of questions based on like personal questions. Ooh, that was a P. A list of personal questions based on what they had answered and what you know about them, and you can just be like, hey, just touching base, happy anniversary, and you can just sort of set it automatically after the wedding to just like send the next year. And I just think that would be really cool. I feel like it'd be a really cool business idea, and it would be really cool to be part of like people's lives in such an intimate way. It's like such a meaningful thing to do. It's such a meaningful, what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but anyway, I figured that I would do that. I feel like that would be good fun, and I could see myself doing something like that as well. But for now, I am just going to keep studying this bookkeeping and accounting course, learn how to run a business, and then maybe I can use that to start up my marriage and wedding licensing business, and then I can go and bloody marry people and make a fuck ton of money, and then I can live a good life where I don't actually work every day of the week. And Mads is the breadwinner, where she's a primary teacher, and we just ball out of control, or not even ball out of control, just live a good life. But who knows? We'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you for listening. I have to go start prepping dinner. It's I don't know if I mentioned the time. It's 7:30 p.m. I'm actually cutting it in earlier today than I normally would, because I'm feeling a bit better about everything. But yeah, I'm getting my mojo back. My mojo. I don't know what that was. Have a good afternoon.